Already feeling it.
Yeah, look at him. Look at that. See? He's a machine.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Well. Braun, a pleasure, man. Against my better judgment, I've agreed to work out with you. Keep in mind, I am 40 years old, all right? Let's remember that,
We've
all
all
right?
seen what he can do in the weight room.
A long time ago.
Nobody's even close to him, all right?
Stop
We're
it,
just gonna
stop.
try to keep up today.
So tell us where we're at.
We are at Fury Performance here in Woodstock, Georgia.
This is where I grew up. Man, this is where I come from, man. This is my spot.
You worked here?
Yeah, I used to work here back when I was coming up as a high school young man. I needed spending money, I needed gas money, so man, this is where I started, man. Joe is the owner. He's a United States former Marine, retired. This place just keeps growing and growing. It's awesome.
So Braun, what are we getting into today?
We're gonna do a little arm day today, get a little pump in here today.
Okay.
Look a little. He's gonna embarrass me because look at his arms. Look at this. He's a machine. A machine.
Used to be.
I brought us here to the sports performance place, Fury Performance. It's a football place. My dog is a elite football player, Big Ten.
Long time
defensive
ago.
line,
Hey, in Iowa. That was 20 years ago. It's 20 years ago. 20 years ago. All right, let's do it.
Let's go.
I was a two-toe touches kind of guy before I got in the ring. That was about it. My warm-up was not extensive by any means. What do you do before getting into the ring?
I take probably about 30 minutes. I do like a 30-minute warm-up before every match.
Half an hour.
Yeah, I'll start with like hip mobility, get my T-bands, get my ankles and calves like warmed up and primed, and then I try to find like a hallway that's got a little bit of room to it, and I'll try to open up and run and hit full speed before I get out there, because if I want to run full speed on TV and I haven't ran full speed before I get out there, then like it's not truly going to be the fastest I can run. So I always try to, anytime I'm doing any kind of running, I try to hit full speed before we get out there. So it's pretty extensive, I guess, but I like it.
I like to superset a lot of stuff just because I've found a lot of progress in training with like on a timer. I'm not a gym socializer. Neither are you, obviously. But I like being cognizant of the rest time in between sets, that kind of thing. This is just tricep press down. Doing sets of 20, probably get 100 reps between both of these, just get the arms warmed up, and then we'll get going. Move some weight around.
Already feeling it.
Yeah, look at him. Look at that. See? He's a machine. You guys see him bench like 700 pounds, like just eccentric too.
Mind
I
you,
think Roman was spotting him. You guys, everybody's seen that, right?
that was like 16 years ago. What's a scary? Legitimately,
They didn't go
15,
anywhere.
16 years ago.
Feel good and warmed up?
Yeah, I'm warm. I'm warm. My arms are filled with blood and feel like they're about to fall off, but that was just the warm-up.
Yeah, we're warming up.
So what do we have
Warmed
next?
up. We're gonna do some skull crushes right here with dumbbells. We're gonna up the weight a little bit, lower the reps. We're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna superset it with a preacher curl. We're gonna keep it moving, baby.
And this ain't nothing to him.
Elbows nice and tight. You see how locked in that form is? Doesn't need to use a ton of weight, but just really focusing on that form.
I would say we got to make a case for E for having some of the largest arms that have ever come into wrestling. He's got to be up there. Got to be.
I don't know, man. You're used to being the big guy in the gym, and then you get into WWE, and it's just some of the freakiest humans you've ever met.
Big. Everybody.
Like, people don't realize, like Drew McIntyre. You're standing next to a Drew McIntyre. That dude is put together.
6'5", 280. Just freak, man.
Yeah.
Freak.
And there's Brock, who is just the freakiest human being I've ever been across.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm glad I didn't work out with your ass back in the day.
They're just all for show these days. They just all for show.
Who worked out with you on the road back in the day?
Man, that's a good question. So I worked out with Kof and Woods, but like they kind of were doing their own thing. I was kind of doing my own. Man, for the most part, I worked out on my own.
Just you?
Well, like, look.
Because nobody could hang. That's why.
Well, I mean, back in the day, man, I was doing 625 for triples on the road. When I was actually strong, there weren't a lot of people who wanted to mess around with what I was doing.
Bleed in there a little bit.
Those days are long behind me. Ron, what do we have here? This is a dumbbell. Preacher curl.
Makeshift, preacher rack. We don't have one. So I'm gonna push the weight a little bit here. We're gonna get after it.
Let's do this one.
I feel like especially on tour back in the day, me and E would have been like that.
Getting after it,
Yeah, we'd have been getting after it.
Step back there. That's what we call a horseshoe. That dip in that tricep, that's the horseshoe. That's what you want. I used to do 5 meals a day plus 2 shakes, so 7.
Yeah, dog.
But mind you, I was probably I was a good 305, 310
Big
pounds.
10, dude. Yeah.
I'm 260
That's
right
the
now.
difference, everybody.
Well, you got it, but you know how it
We
is.
know the difference.
You got to eat to grow, even when you don't want to eat. Like there was a point when I was training to do some powerlifting at Cena's gym, and Rob McIntyre was training us. And at one point, when he was training me specifically just to do powerlifting, and on top of what I was already eating, I had to like force feed myself a whole DiGiorno's pizza every day because you just need those calories. And I don't miss it. It sounds like fun. Hey, I get to eat pizza and ice cream after. It's not. When you're consuming 6,000 calories a day, it's work.
It's rough. Chocolate milk is my go-to. I'm a chocolate milk guy.
Chocolate milk is one of the best things you can do for recovery.
I have one every day, about a pint of it. It's anywhere from, depending on what brand, I get from 600 to 900 calories a shake.
Great post-workout shake. There it is.
What's cool about this place is all the flags and stuff that are up here are all either people who've been on scholarship that have trained in here, or gone to those schools, or had some sort of training that's gone on in here that's resulted in people going to college or going to pro. It's pretty cool.
That's amazing because there are dozens of colleges that are represented here, including, I think, the greatest of all. The Iowa Hawkeye flag in the corner is a nice touch.
Iowa plays old school football.
We do.
Man.
We've
old school football.
Don't expect us to go 5 wide and throw
pride,
400
man.
yards.
I ran a triple option under center, baby. So
That's physical football, man.
my bread and butter.
Physical football. You gotta observe the peak on this man. It's like a couple. First of all, there's the shoulder cap, which is a thing of beauty, and then the bicep also peaks there. Lock in now, focus. But this is just look at the striations of the shoulder. You see the little twitches. This is peak masculinity. That's what that is. That's a man. That's a man. I'm usually in that 6 to 8, maybe 10, maybe 12. Doing reps of 15 and 20, it's exhausting. So the way this man trains, it takes a lot out of you. But I'm enjoying the challenge. This is all the sweat makes it glisten. It's all smoke and mirrors, man. I promise you.
This sucks. This one sucks. 10, 10, and 10. Skull crushes right here. Then extensions behind your head. And then close grip. Burn.
That one sucks. Woo! You can tell he benches. Look at it. Tell he benches 600 pounds. Elbows ain't shaking at all.
For now. Great stability.
Yeah, this sucks. You did not lie. Oh! Did the skull crusher style? Okay, it's pretty manageable. As soon as we went to the second movement, oh,
That's a tough.
So you have a big steel cage match coming up. Is there a way that you're preparing for this match that's different than other matches?
I think we got a little taste of it today, just trained to failure with stuff. I feel like that's the only way to condition my mind to be as close to what's going to happen in the cage as possible. It's how far I'm willing to push my body and my mind to failure. What's going to be my breaking point? How far can I push myself? It says it on the back of my singlets and the back of my stuff. And I'm unbreakable, man. It ain't going to happen. Seth is going to break. Weak body, weak mind, going to snap like a twig.
Bron, my arms already feel like smoked brisket. That's ready to fall off the bone. But you said we have a little bit more left.
We're going to finish. We're going to hit a finisher right now. We're going to hit some curls with the dumbbells with open palms, no grip. So it isolates your wrist, isolates your bicep, at least for me. And then we're going to hit reverse pull downs when you curl this way.
I don't like that devious look in your eye. So you beat Seth at Backlash a couple months ago, but you're still involved with Seth. Why?
After we beat him at Backlash, he could have walked away and moved on, but he just couldn't help it. I mean, look, we're 1-1 right now. We're even, Steven. No, we don't like each other. Like, we're not friends. We're not buddies. We don't see each other at work and say what's up. Like, we're not friends. We don't like each other. He ain't a killer. That's me. He ain't a killer. How stupid does he have to be to lock himself in a steel cage with me? I mean, wrestling match is one thing because you have a strategy. You can have stuff up your sleeve. But in this case, I mean, you walking in knowing what you're going to get. It's time to put Seth to bed. It's time to get back in a world title picture. It's time to move back up the ladder, you know?
Do you feel like the steel cage limits you in your ability to move?
It definitely boxes us up a little bit, but it's not a situation that I haven't been in before. Obviously, Seth has been in this situation a million times, so he's probably feels good about his skill set and his experience at this, but you don't f me, especially not inside of a steel cage. That's it. So think of this last set. It was like last 5-6 minutes of a match. We're in the deep water.
find out who people really are when you get to this point.
Good. Finish it. There it is. Come on now. Yeah. There you go. You don't mess around. Not that I ever had any doubts about the way you train, but now I see it up close and personal. Ron, my arms are absolutely fried. I appreciate you. I don't know how I'll be able to pick up my bags to get out of here, but thank you so much for taking me through a great workout, my man.
Thanks for having me, man.
I appreciate you, and best of luck to you and Night of Champions. Woo!